Independent living is a combination of three subcategories: home living, community participation, and recreation and leisure. IEP teams must consider a student's future plans for housing, access to community resources, and opportunities for fun, leisure, and socializing. In the area of home living, teams must discuss viable future housing options for the student. Will he or she continue to live at home, on their own, in a group or supported setting? What kinds of accommodations need to be used at home to ensure safety, access, and full quality of life? Consideration should also be given to students' banking and money management skills, their ability to do basic home maintenance like raking, shoveling, cleaning, mowing the lawn, their ability to carry out basic self-care and first aid, and how to respond in an emergency. Will the student be able to make and keep his or her own appointments? Can he or she prepare basic, balanced, healthy meals? When it comes to community participation, teams often consider transportation. How will the student get around now and in the future? What are the various community resources the student should be familiar with and able to access? These often include the post office, grocery store, department store, doctor or dentist offices, and so on. Does the student display characteristics of a good citizen? That is, does he or she participate and take pride in the community? Does the student vote? What are the community agencies for support and services the student may need to access in the future? Recreation and leisure is one area that's often overlooked. Students seem to find ways to fill their free time with their phone, their friends, games. Unfortunately, social isolation is a real and serious concern for many adults with hearing loss. Teams must pay attention to the social needs of the deaf hard of hearing students and implement plans for social skills activities and/or teach the students how to develop and maintain social connections with others. This could include joining a group, activities, teams, or finding a hobby. Teams must also consider general organization and self-direction skills. In the adult world, people need to manage and prioritize schedules, make and keep appointments, keep important documents safe, read and understand important mail. Is the student prepared to do this? Will he or she need assistance with this? Who can provide support if the student will need long-term support in this area? While most of the examples given are pretty concrete, teams must remember that each of the three transition areas are not separate from each other. A student's independent living skills impact all areas of life, just as employment readiness or training after high school will. Teams should broadly look at a student and determine if there are any other barriers that may prevent independence and success for this student in his or her adult life, and the team needs to make a plan to address these. There are two documents in this area of the DHH Transition Guide. First is the Independent Living Competency Skills Checklist. It's not necessary to rate every box. Just decide which items make the most sense for the student. Some of them might become goals or objectives in the IEP or activities in the transition plan. The second document is the Deaf Hard of Hearing Services Resource Guide. This is a comprehensive guide to resources and information for deaf, hard of hearing, and deaf-blind individuals. Though this guide was developed by DHHS Metro, and many resources are specific to the 7-county metro area, there's a plethora of information here, which may be very valuable to students and their families now and after they graduate. This guide continues to be updated, so make sure you have the most current version.